fascination to deconstructionists because the red line shows up. There are other pop-up features, I'm sure. On this computer I haven't explored them yet. Let me save this again and see if Hyphus. Spell check on can be used to add an extra special element for computers with just about nothing going for them. Not only does it check your spelling, but it bears a fascination to deconstructionists because the red line shows up. There are other pop-up features, I'm sure. On this computer I haven't explored them yet. Let me save this again and see if the red pop-up lines reappear on reopening this file. Save, v.2, now, close. Okay. Hit document. Unfortunately, it fails the more faceplate features of an actual program because the red dots are part of another program, the one I'm using, and I'm clearly an idiot. I'll further explain to Nunes' good satisfaction that this is a hand-on optional tool of this program. Whether the programmer thinks someone can personally outsmart the programmer or not. Most Iditriad 1985 systems that I create are subjugated to nerddom as 3-based dwellers attached has a crappy system in the making to support a cool website that does not have time for this stupid type of pain. Save. The nice aspect of this is that it makes it easier to see misspellings. In case of the Iditriad 1985 system, the focus simply on making a red dotted line. Or, at least until we figure what to do with it. At this point I will develop shorthand. Shorthand symbols are safe and secure on recognized file holders or personal-based systems. The computations to all of this garbled text is comprised of someone's figured out symbol patterns of symbols to program the goings-ons of this page talking to you and me about my Iditriad system in the making. The symbols for me are transparent faceplate reproductions by other idiots such as you and me who, while parading down Starline Drive in our minds, are getting that renewedness to the fingers, which is easily fixed by getting off the computer. If it is not fixed though, tendinitis will sway like waters into brackish unhealthy grounds which had, only a short few quaint months ago, started in your fingertips, then spread outwards to the rest of the body, not unlike a small motor handled by a child that attempts to hold it down on a table to keep it from spinning, only to cause it to malfunction, and whiplash into his face. The fingerling component was set to user-friendly but without reading the programmer's owner's manual, even though it was warranted, and the index tabs open up pop-up adware and infested your system completely. The boats at the embargo site are entrenched in unhealthy brackish waters and the vortex pool you opened up and shall not be closed. The first line used return key and the line below that in the illustration above used space key. This could have been more self-explanatory if they were placed for display on the same line. Excuse me, for a second, I need to strip this sweat jacket off, it is getting too warm in the cafe. One of the gay men looked up at my chest. I purposely put too tight of an outfit on this morning, but my tight women's button cross pin strip business pants were too soiled on the knees. I can't tell whether it was Elmer's glue I might have wiped off on them while working on the decorations. A Franklin Institute-sized walk through New Year's vagina with legs attached, those 1 1/4 flanking each side to the vaginal entranceway into the center living room where the tenants, well, one of them, works on perverted drawings in watercolor, while others pass through before cooping upstairs to discuss a shared smoking and drinking passing of the time about things. Things of an historical nature, at least 200 to 500 years ago, the new Batman movie, including the man with the watercolors with a crossover referenced interest in comics as well, although attributed more so to latent interest at arm's length to their central hobbyist focus that's gone beyond hobby and comic history and religion. He more so as being an outside artist, streets artist, but from that elbow's length I stop and perform a fight stance, for he is an undercover pervert and slob, more so lazy slob just like all the rest in the house, and they have lately concern for things, and meanwhile in the old house, there was a no drinking in the house rule, no smoking and vague marijuana smoking, which they still do now, also drinking, as they probably did, which he as low does not, and so leave, still talking on the same subject, with candy bars from an endless supply of candy bars. I can't remember his name. The guy from Risky Business is behind me and the loud dog is barking outside. I was going to save file to avoid sidebar scrolling, but we will use the return key to get to a blank space as we scroll this way. Then simply use the upward arrow key to free mouse up the screen to a preferred line to continue typing, which is me. Return. Since we cannot, according to any systems known to me, change the position of the sun, the day approaching New Year's in Philadelphia is very short, although the days are getting longer now. I will now weave from cafe to cafe, getting massive doses of vitamin E. I stole the word massive from a nearby conversation by Adolf Hitler or Bilbo Baggins behind my right ear. I will run to mugshots to use some examples, then to Evil Empire, then to Hardbean, but that's not going to happen. I will flee the coffee shop and hike oxalating hippie.